is the child, it is the kid. Now, this is a Q&A. Okay? This is a Q&A. Primarily a Q&A. But a big story is a big story. And seeing that this is the hub of all things football, this is the nucleus, this is the heart of everything football. I would be remiss, to ignore the absolute huge, colossal news story that has befallen our very laps for today. So we're gonna have to talk about Pep and Man City. That's gonna happen, and then talk a bit about Ziyech and Sancho. But this is about your guys' questions, so I'm gonna take this upon your questions. So that's how I'm gonna lead it through, based on the questions that you guys asked. Remember, anything football related or non-football related, but primarily just let's keep it football related, because I do have another channel for non-football material. Because remember, we are obviously heading towards the Champions League. The Champions League drops on Tuesday. We are drawing very close to the Barcelona Champions League profile. Will be dropping as well. So yeah, let's just get down right into it. So I've dropped a video on this whole Man City thing, and me and your boy Dennis also dropped something. Remember, Talking Tactics, sub to the Talking Tactics channel. If you go onto the homepage of YouTube, you can just click on the channel place, and then that is where you can go on. But that's the thing right there, man. Look, your boy Lep. Shout out to your boy King Darren for that name. Your boy Lep. Let's pull him up, man. Let's pull him up right here, right now. Your boy Lep might be leaving this season, or rather this summer. If they don't sort things out. There he is. So Man City face a 2-year ban from the UCL based on breaches. So those losers called the FFP have finally said, "Oh, wow, maybe we should actually do something for once. Maybe we should actually try and do our flipping jobs, which we haven't been able to do for flipping ages. So I'll keep it real with you guys. They're not going to get a 2-year ban. They're either going to get it reduced to 1 year, or they're going to have it completely overturned. But if they have it completely overturned, though, that will make the FFP look really, really bad. So I feel that there will have to be some kind of a middle ground. Because remember, if you look at for Chelsea, it was initially for 2 transfer windows, but it ended up just being 1 transfer window. So there was never going to be a case where Chelsea were going to have the whole thing overturned. But City do have a lot more money, and I do believe that they're a bit more influential than your boys are. I think they're a little bit more influential than Chelsea are. So, but the reality is this, though. If it is upheld for 2 years, I strongly believe that Pep will leave this summer. And if he does leave this summer, I've been hard on Pep. Uncle Mo running out of town. Klopp is trying to run you out of town. But if Pep does leave, I can't begrudge him. You can't. Because this has nothing to do with him. As much as I would be like, Pep, it has nothing to do with him. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it like it has nothing to do with him, So let's see how this unfolds. But this is my prediction, and I do believe it will happen. 2 things will happen. Either it will be completely overturned, or it'll just be a 1-year ban. What is most likely is a 1-year ban. So they will come to an agreement, and the middle ground of it being a 1-year ban. What about PSG? So let's take some of your questions, guys. Let's take some of your questions. Remember, if you desperately want your question to stand out, you can use the super chat. And remember, the super chat is a great way to donate to your boy HH and help out the half of football hot, to keep it running, keep it going, man. Okay. It is national. So let me just let's see some of these questions. Happy single. Yeah, okay. Well, happy Valentine's, and if you're single, happy single. I'm gonna say, man. Yeah, hope you like talking. Remember, guys, I don't know how many of you guys know. I do have a podcast. I've had a podcast since 2016. I've had a podcast since 2016. It is Talking Tactics with your boy Danny T. Sometimes Carl guests, but it's really myself and Daniel T. Look, we've been doing it since 2016, and we have a YouTube page. We are on Spotify. We are on iTunes. So if you go to Spotify or iTunes, you search Talking Tactics. We are there. So go in and hit that. And also remember to give it up for the Half Up Sorts as well to join my channel. Half Up Sorts is my entertainment channel as well on YouTube. So yeah, I had that Dortmund 1-4-0. Yeah. Circumcision against Frankfurt. Great. It's a great preparation for them for Tuesday. Great preparation for Tuesday. And from what I've heard, Neymar is going to be fit for Tuesday. That's what I've heard. So I have heard that Neymar is going to be fit for Tuesday. But remember, guys, this weekend it starts. This weekend we'll be previewing Feb 18. So Saturday, the open hangar will now be looking at the 4 games. Yeah, we'll be looking at the 4 games played on Tuesday, Wednesday, both on Saturday and Sunday. Remember, click the link on my Twitter page to be part of the Saturday open hangouts, and for the Sunday, it's for the men. So send in those cues, man. Let's see what are the others saying. So HH, you're telling me Pep cheated and still couldn't deliver a CL? Uncle Mook could never. How did Pep cheat? Well, see, look. I'll be real. That's why people say that I hate Pep. I've been really here. Pep has nothing to do with this. Pep has absolutely nothing to do with this. He's not part of the finances department. He had no wrongdoing. If I want to buy $100 million car, and some dude says, "Yeah, here's $100 million," do I need to ask where he got the money from? And if I use that $100 million to buy that vehicle, should I be in trouble because that money was gotten through illegal means, through extortion? I didn't get it through extortion. I wasn't involved with that. I was just giving them the money. And I can prove that too. I was just giving the money. I had nothing to do with how that money was obtained. That money was just given to me. So Pep can't be reprimanded whatsoever. He was not the guy. It's those guys in the financial department for Man City that are at fault. But like, as me and Daniel were saying, is that, look, we just got the cash. Who cares where we got the cash from? We just received we just received this cash. Like, so if my friend has a lot of money, because for me, they say they got it from my sponsorships, all the kind of stuff. If my friend just gave me cash, give me cash. So there's not a ruling with regards to where you obtain your cash from. Because there's no cap system in football and it's the Wild West, bro, it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you for the super chats here. Julian, thank you for the super chats. So thoughts on the Dortmund game? Akanji finally benched. Oh, wow. So let me actually see what the starting lineup was. I couldn't catch the game, though, but that is a good victory, 4-0. Let me see. Lineups. So, interesting. So Dortmund went with a back 3. Piszczek, Hummels, and Zagadou. Then Hakimi, Witsel, Chan, Guerrero in the middle. Then Haaland, Sancho, and Torgan Hazard. Interesting. Oh, wow. 4 different goal scorers, and your boy Haaland scored again. And it's so funny, like, when Haaland scored, like, Carl, from a Talking Tactics guest, he said, "Oh, Haaland scored again." I'm like, okay. Like, it's as if people don't know how I roll. I don't give a damn about you scoring against a bunch of sideshows. Score where it matters. Score where it matters, then we can talk. That's what I'm about. Score when it matters. Score when the money's on the line. Then we can roll. But no. But I think it's the. But for Julian, it's the perfect preparation for Tuesday. It's the perfect preparation for Tuesday, and I think that it's definitely because I'll be honest, it's Frankfurt. So what can you say? Well, let's keep it real. Frankfurt could beat a lot of the teams that PSG face. So I just think that it is a great preparation and setup for a huge game on Tuesday at the crib. And guys, guys, man, keep rolling, guys. I cannot wait for Tuesday, bro. Guys, I'm so excited, man. I cannot wait for Tuesday. Hopefully, we'll all be cool and great, man. All help me, man. I cannot wait. Sean C with the super chat here. It's natural opinion on my new account. Yo, thank you, man. So why you call yourself Sean C, man? Are you really natural opinion or are you Sean Combs? I believe you are Sean Combs, bro. I believe you are Sean Combs. HH, will Man City manage to buy the players they want now that they're banned from UCL? If they are banned from the Champions League, they will not. That's it. Oh my god! Thank you. I completely missed that point. That is a great point. If the 2-year ban is upheld, they will not be able to buy any top players. There is no way in hell a top player is going to go to Man City if they can't play in the Champions League for 2 seasons. No way. No way. And that adds to the argument for Pep leaving. Because Pep knows that no, I've got to buy players. I've got to buy more players. I like my squad, but I've got to keep on improving. I remember any great team has to always improve. But for how they've been beat up in the Premier League this season, 100% he already has players that he says, I'm cool with you. I'm going to not bring in these other players. So if he cannot attract top talents because you're not in the Champions League, so yeah, man, that is definitely problematic. That's definitely problematic. Guys, remember, it only takes a few seconds. Like the vid. Hit that like button, man. Show your support for your boy HH. It doesn't cost you anything to hit that like button, man. And hitting that like button shows your love, man. Because we're gonna try and make this a marathon. We're gonna try and make this a marathon, man. All right. HH, Pep is a cheater. This is the equivalent of an athlete using drugs. How is Pep? Let's keep it real. How is Pep a cheater? That's the first thing. So I don't understand how you said. How is Pep a cheater when he was not the one involved in this whole financial thing? It wasn't him. And let's keep it real. Did Man City cheat? Because this goes to the whole thing of like, you've run this whole thing like the Wild Wild West. Where it's like, because in my view is, okay, I want this player. This player is this amount of money. I will acquire however funds I have to get them amounts of money. Why are you reprimanding me for how I obtain them? So, see, that's where I'm at. Because I've always said that, no, let's have a cap rule. You can only spend this much. But if there's no cap rule and you can spend however much you can spend, who cares how I obtain the money? Oh, so you're now punishing me because I have rich friends? Why? So, guys, do you know that doesn't make any sense? So you're now punishing me because I have rich friends who can help inject money into my transfer kitty that other teams don't have. Well, I'm sorry. Like, that's how life works. In life, you use what you have. You use the people that you know. You use the contacts that you know, and there's no reason why you should be punished for it. So when is Chelsea's Champions League game if they have a match against United on Monday? Chelsea's game is Feb 25, remember. So Chelsea play this Monday, but they're not in the Champions League games that are happening on Tuesday and Wednesday. Chelsea play the following Tuesday or Wednesday. So because yeah, that wouldn't work if it was like that. HH, thoughts on the Telegraph reporting Ole's cover up? I heard about this cover up of a rape case back when he was at Mulder. I don't know the details of that. I don't know the details of that, but if he finds out to be true, Ole, aka Golem, this is the wrong time to cover up a rape case because #MeToo. So I'm gonna say hashtag me too. All right, let's see what I'm gonna say. Um, yeah, yo, what up, man, Mister BD Cobman? What up, baby? What about it, babe? How did PSG get away with it? Well, how they gotten away with it? That's the question. That's the question. Maybe PSG, because that's what I was saying to myself, that is this just an anomaly put out there, or is this only the beginning? So now we've got Man City. Now we're going to go and get PSG. You know, because I will be very surprised if PSG haven't done the same things that City have done. Because remember, my view is that I don't think it's illegal. That's my view. But if they've done the same thing, because I believe they've done the same thing that City have done. So in that sense, you should pretty much be able to both of those guys should pretty much be reprimanded. Why does that thing always fall down, man? All right, let's see what else you guys are saying, man. How did Real Madrid avoid FF? Wait, how have Real Madrid fallen anything? I think Madrid have been doing fine, man. I don't think they've sort of done anything, man. HH, do you think at this point Man City have more chance to win the UCL? Now that is the thing. I want you guys to rewind to 2006. Summer of 2006, Calciopoli. Moji got in, based on the kind of illegal things that Juventus were doing. So obviously Milano were deducted points, Inter were deducted points, and Juventus were relegated. They were forced into relegation as a punishment. And a lot of the core of that Italian team were part of the Juve team. So already nobody was even thinking about the World Cup. They were just thinking about, oh my gosh, Calciopoli, how are these guys going to cope? So much of these guys and I have to now play in the Serie B. Remember, Camoranesi was a Juve guy. Del Piero was a Juve guy. Buffon was a Juve guy. So yeah, and those were four key important players for that Italy 016. So the rest is history. Lippi used that to galvanize the team. It brought them closer together, gave them extra motivation, and that's what they really allowed them to go through. I believe that you can go one or two ways. See, if you're a crap manager, you'll be like, oh my gosh, the world is against us. Who cares? Well, let's just go out and just do our best, let's just go out and do our best. We know what it is, and well, I'm going to leave this summer. Most of you guys will leave this summer. Well, let's just go out and just play, But a really good manager will be like, let's use this as a motivational factor now. That this is a sign. The universe is telling us that screw the FA Cup, screw the Carabao Cup, screw the Premier League. We have to win it this year. Man, last season, I thought it was stupid that City went for all four trophies. That was very stupid. No one's ever done it before. And I believe that it is actually impossible for a team to win four trophies a season. I just think that's impossible. Four full active trophies, not counting the Super Cup or the Carabao Cup or any of that crap. So I thought that was stupid that they went for four trophies. And it's cost them, because remember, he didn't play De Bruyne in that Tottenham first leg game because he was saving him for the Crystal Palace game. I was like, no, screw the Crystal Palace game. Play him in this game because you have to win the Champions League. Who cares about the Premier League? Win the Champions League. So I think this is the universe telling Pep that you have to go for this now. This has to be your priority. This has to be. And guys, I don't know, man. I look at signs, I look at things, and I really pay attention to bigger themes. Something just tells me this could be Man City's season. Like, that game against Real Madrid has now taken up a greater importance right now, because Real Madrid are in great form. They're in great form, and Zan could potentially play in that game. Man City right now, they're like, oh my gosh, it's now it's all or nothing. Like the flipping dog, it's all or nothing now. So yeah, I do believe that it could potentially be a big thing for me, man. A big thing for them, rather. Yeah. So there's a bit of motivation. Yeah, yeah. I'll mod your other accounts. I can't really mod it from here, but I'll I'll mod it up. Don't worry. I'll give it a mod up, man. Um, who do you think realistically will leave City if the ban is kept? Again, me and Daniel were actually doing this on our Talking Tactics live, man. I think De Bruyne will leave. I see Bernardo Silva leaving. I think Sterling might stay. Aguero could leave. I think Laporte could leave. Because guys, 2 years is a long time in someone's career, man. 2 years is a long time in someone's career. Um, like that's why we have to see what the fallout will be. Because as I said again, I really believe that it will be taken down to 1 year. If they appeal, I feel the appeal will end up with it's just being for 1 year. You know, and even if it's for now, if it's for 1 year, it's does Pep still stay? Does Pep still stay? Because do you have a situation because because that will be tough to swallow. First of all, it'd be tough to swallow where the team in fifth now gets into the Champions League next season. And it'll be a tough thing if Pep was like, oh, we win it this year and we can't even go into the Champions League. Actually, no, if it's for one season though, yeah, that means that okay, even if they win it next season, then they will still go through in the Champions League season afterwards. But it does mean that if it's for 1 year, that means whoever finishes in fifth can, right? So at the moment, if the league was to end right now, Chris Wilder will be a Champions League manager. If it was to end right now. So it's great for Chelsea. I mean, my God, it's great for Chelsea because now Chelsea like, okay, my God, and like now we just have to avoid falling down to flipping sixth. So yeah. You see, that's what I'm saying. Next season they'll push hard for the league, Man City. But here's the thing. Because people have said that okay, if this ban now stands, City will be able to focus fully on the league and it will actually be advantageous for them based on them being allowed to focus on the league and so forth, because we're not having Champions League form. But Pep wants to win the Champions League. He wants to win all the trophies and he wants to win multiple trophies. But I really believe that Pep will not accept and be happy with spending a season not being in the Champions League where it wasn't his fault. I think he'd be like, no, come on, man, that's just deep. Now, I get it if I finish fifth and sixth, that's on me. But we finished in the top four. We finished in the top four. We want to build for the next season in Europe. And because again, look, every top manager knows that you have to cut your teeth in Europe. You can't be seen as a top manager if you've only won titles domestically. Every top manager has won a CL, and that's why guys like Ferguson, Mourinho, Ancelotti, even Pep and Heinkes are in a very, very special club. Because has any I was because again because I was saying to myself that wait, has any manager ever won 3 Champions Leagues? That's like okay, I was like, yeah, Mourinho, he's won 2. Did he win 3? No. Ferguson has won 2. Okay, did Ferguson win 3? No. Hankers has won 2. I swear Hankers won 3, but no, he won one with Real Madrid. He won one with Bayern Munich. Lippi, I think he won the one. I think Capello won one. Pep, okay, he's won 2. So has anybody ever won? I said, wow, no manager has ever won 3 Champions Leagues. He's bald, he's French, he wears trainers on the sideline. And he did it in a row. Guys, we're gonna have to have a conversation about Zidane. I don't know when it is. I do not know when you want to have this conversation, we are going to have to fully address what Zidane did. So look, and guys, you can't hide forever. We're going to have a sit down with a meal and a drink and have a very long, honest, candid, transparent discussion about what Zidane just achieved. We're gonna have to have that. We're gonna have to have that. You know what? We're gonna have to have that, man. We're gonna. Yeah. Ancelotti won 3 as well. The one at Wembley that went to penalties with Milan, 2007, and of course, 2014 with Real Madrid should have been 4. But you know what? I always see people say, "Oh no, it should have been 4 because they should have beaten Liverpool." I believe that if Milan had beaten Liverpool, I don't think they would have won it in 06 and 07. I think the big reason they won it in 07 was because of what happened in 05. So they had a great motivation. Same thing as to why I believe that if Bayern Munich won it in 2012, shout out to your boy Drogba, they wouldn't have won it in 2013. I don't think so. Because whenever you go through a very painful defeat, you are there's that fire in your belly that makes you go through. But see, the thing about Bob Pace is this. I said the Champions League, not the European Cup. But for me, with all due respect, there's Champions League and there's European Cup. Okay, Champions League, different formats, more money, more sexier, more chicks, all that kind of stuff. Got sexy and all that kind of stuff. So Champions League is more sexy. So that's it's about the seal, which I think began in 92. So, okay, let's see. What else? Send in your questions, guys. Send in your questions. This is a Q&A. Send in your questions. This is your chance for you guys to send in your questions to your boy. Yeah. Sheffield United if Sheffield United continue to be this consistent and the ban stays, if Sheffield United can hold on to 5th, they will be playing against. Do you know what it would mean if Juventus have to now just imagine that's fixture Juventus v Sheffield United, Barcelona v Sheffield. Imagine Chris Wilder without his flipping tight tracksuits in the dugout at the Camp Nou or in the Allianz Arena. That for me, I think that would just be great, man. I think it would just be great, man. De Bruyne to Liverpool that's the thing. Would De Bruyne go to Liverpool though? So if this thing all stands, De Bruyne, for me, I see De Bruyne leaving the Premier League. So I think De Bruyne would probably end up either at Bayern or Juventus if he does choose to leave. Oh, Sané is gone. Remember, Sané was already gone before this, but now for sure, Sané be like, I ain't signing no contract. I'm out. I mean, if the 2-year ban remains, we could be seeing a crazy exodus. We could be seeing a fully 100% crazy exodus happen, man. Sané, again, I don't want to be disrespectful. I really don't want to be disrespectful. Leroy Sané's ghost, Leroy Sané's shadow isn't touching Arsenal Football Club. Sorry, okay. No, that's not happening. Let Arsenal get their act together and become an elite club. Sané is an elite player who I believe is one of the best young players in the world. Sorry, Arsenal are not touching that dude, bro. Points deduction for Man City in the Premier League next season. Yeah, so I was reading that. So apparently, the Telegraph said that there's going to be a points deduction. And what? This is a UEFA thing. If this is a UEFA thing, how does that involve the Premier League and the FA? But on further thoughts, those finances which may be illegally obtained acquired players that were used in Europe, but also used in the Premier League. So if these are players that breach certain rules, and you use this player to help you win these Premier League games, then they may say, "Oh, points." And I mean, for me, I say, guys, don't. See, that'll just be rubbing salt into the wound. They're already 22 points behind. Why? What's when on our force to be 25? If it's a points deduction and a 1-year ban, Pep is just going to resign immediately. Pep, like, you know what? Screw you. Screw you. Basically, like, okay, puta mierda, puta mierda. That's what we'll say. Oh, who just became a member, man? Someone could remember who just became a member. Oh, shout out to my members. Shout out to my members. We've got 7 members. I think we're up to 7 members right now. If we get, I think 4 more members, more emoticons can come. Remember, if you're a member, man, and you want to type, you can click on the emoticon thing, and I've put a few more emoticons in there. I put a few more emoticons in there. I think there's one with me breathing out fire like a flipping dragon, and I'm trying to put in more. But yeah, man, remember, guys, if you want to be a member, join up. And remember, if you're a member, so brick members get videos early. You get early look videos. So you get those videos. So basically, if you're a member, you will be getting the pre-match analysis Saturday night or Sunday. So if you're a member, you'll probably be getting the Dortmund PSG pre-match analysis and the the Atletico Madrid Liverpool pre-match analysis either Saturday night or Sunday. And again, if you're a tier 1 member, exclusive videos. I mean, just do extra videos like looking further into those matches, stronger areas, weaker areas, and everything. So if you're a tier 1 member, an extra video just giving you a little bit of insights which don't go into useful things. And of course, if you're a husband member, those are like my longer form videos, and also you get exclusive football battles, and you get which I've done great teams tactical analysis. So again, I think I posted up the Real Madrid 2017 team, looked into that team tactically, and the Barcelona 2015 team, 14-15 team. So if Sheffield United roll up at the Bernabeu, I will temporarily shut down the football hut. If I just see Sheffield United, like, the champions, and I see that red and white stripe and Chris Wilder singing like, how does it feel, the champion at the Bernabeu? Like, I'm like, you know what? It's like, see, that's taking the piss. No disrespect to Sheffield United, but that would be taking the piss, man. That would be taking the piss 100%, man. Does Barcelona stand any chance to win the UCL? They stand a chance, but a very, very, very small chance. You need an out-and-out striker. A lot of key players are old. Griezmann is trash. Ansu Fati is very, very talented. I love the kid. He's too young. So it is too much of Messi is required. Too much of Messi is required. So even with a cannibal in the team and so forth, you see, he could push them up to the semi. So too much of that will be required. Too much will be required. Has Sheffield ever been in the CL? No way. There's Sheffield United have never been in CL. If they have, they haven't. They haven't. If they have, they haven't. Like, bro, if these guys make it, my God, man. It would be crazy. But Wesley, the Barcelona profile drops tonight. So obviously, once we're now done with this whole live thingy, the Barcelona Champions League preview profile will be up. And when was that? Remember, so the Barcelona profile drops tonight. Real Madrid drops tomorrow, and then Liverpool drops on Sunday, and Monday it's preview time, man. Because this is what I said to you guys. See, like, I've been trying to restructure the whole football hot thing, man, because I decided, look, man, I can't do a previews and reviews of every match. It's impossible. I'm only one man, because I'm only one man. I don't have a crew. I edit the videos, I make and I produce the music, I upload the videos and stuff. I do everything you see. Every production thing you see is done by your boy HH, man. So I said to myself, I have to just put all my strength and my focus on the Champions League. And then with regards to the matches, Premier League and everything, that will all be covered on, the live stream. So obviously on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and of course on Tuesday. So now I'll be able just to restructure, put everything in place So we can just hit these Champions League things hard. So for the Champions League thing, man, we're going to be doing pre-match analysis, live preview before kickoff on Twitch. I'll be doing a watch long on Twitch. Then as soon as the match finishes, we'll now be doing a post-match analysis live. So we're going in, man. Like, guys, we're going for this year, because it's going to be so intense. I have to physically be prepared for it because I'm going to go in. We have to go in, man. We have to go in, man. And I think it's just the realities that look, man, is because people always say like, oh my gosh, like you've been doing this for a long time, like I don't really care about growth. I told you, I get money in good ways. I've got jobs, connection, and everything like that. So obviously, I'm making some money here with this. But the key thing here is this: I really enjoy the Champions League. I really enjoy the World Cup. I really enjoy the Euros. I'm a complicated Chelsea fan. I've been a football fan since I was like five years old. And there is nothing more exciting than seeing two great teams go at each other. Okay, watching Liverpool v Norwich is cool, but it's Liverpool v Norwich. Watching Man City v Southampton is cool. It's Man City versus Southampton. Barcelona against Levante is cool. It's Barcelona versus Levante. Bayern Munich against Braunschweig is cool, but it's Bayern against Braunschweig. Bayern against PSG. Liverpool against Juventus. Barcelona against Atletico Madrid. Like that's just because you're like, wow, these are top quality against top quality. And just look and analyzing those games is just far more interesting and fun because you're now seeing the best against the very best. You're seeing the best against the very best. And that's just a great thing. And there are so many good games. Like Leipzig and Tottenham is now 50-50. Before Leipzig and Tottenham was like a 60-40. Bro, it's 50-50 now. Leipzig, Tottenham is 50-50. Atletico should have gotten Cavani. So I think Liverpool should get that ass. Who knows? But Liverpool should get that ass. But guys, I don't know. Guys, this Haaland kid is just, I don't know. Haaland could just drop a hat trick, bro. Dortmund, PSG, I don't know what's going to happen because PSG, they're such butlers. I have no idea what's going to go down there. Real Madrid and PSG is going to be insane. I've put my life on the line for Chelsea Bayern. My life is on the line. Everything I own is on the line for Chelsea Bayern. There's just so many good games. There's so many good games. Guys, should we sleep on Napoli? Should we sleep on Napoli? That's the thing, man. Oh, what's... Yo, Mr. Manish, I've got mods on this whole thing, man. So, look, I don't care whether you want to insult me, but don't pollute the commentary. So, mods, if the dude continues to spam the whole thing, you know what to do, man. Okay? We know what to do, man. So, mods, you know what it is, guys. You know what it is, man. So mods, do your thing. Keep a close eye on any guys that want to ruin other people's enjoyment of the chats. Because if you come in here, start spamming the chats and everything, mods will have you banned. Mods will have you banned, man. Half-Hope, do you think Barcelona Half-Hope, do you think Barcelona should go all in for Rashford? No, because Rashford's strongest position is, first of all, his strongest position isn't a striker, and Barcelona needed a striker primarily. First thing. Second thing, even if Rashford gets put on one of the flanks, he will not work well in the Messi-centric system of protecting the ball. Rashford works best in a direct attacking team. I don't think he will work best in the way that Barcelona attack in the Messi-centric system. So I just think that would be a bad fit. Um, I think Barcelona should look at Gabriel Jesus. If the ban upholds, if the ban upholds, Barca should say what's up to Jesus. If the ban upholds and the ban stays, Barca should say what's up to Jesus. So guys, I hope you're having meals, man. I hope you guys are having some meals, man. Hope you guys are having some meals. Let's hit the super chats here. Nice super chats here. So from Daniel Young, thank you for the super chats, Mr. Daniel Young. What European football club should I root for? Since I'm a person that values the youth, should it be Ajax? Oh wow, well, no, I've never had this question before. What European film club should I root for? Since I'm a person that values the youth. You see, I would suggest Dortmund, but Favre is such a moron, because if you just, in terms of like, if you just like a young team with young players coming through, even if this whole Sancho, I don't even know what's happening this whole Sancho thing with him now trying to leave, but I would actually say give a have a look at Dortmund, but Ajax also. So I think either Ajax or Dortmund, But I think Ajax is a better bet because I think that is really a great breeding ground for young players to really freely express themselves. And I still say Ten Hag. For me, Ten Hag is still a better coach and a better manager than Lucien Favre. Favre is a brick, so maybe Ajax might be the right way to go through. Guys, I'll be back. I want to get a snack. And I want you guys to tell me what you guys are eating. I want to get a snack. I'll be back. Quick snack. Your boy's back. Your boy's back. So, why are you guys? I mean, I'm glad you guys are here. And joining me on Friday nights, man. But why aren't you guys? Um, where are your female friends on Valentine's Day? Okay, you guys should be taking a pretty girl out on Valentine's Day. So either you guys are single, which is great, single is the way to go, or you have several chicks they're going through. So, oh yeah, celebrations, man. Cut price. Okay. I'll keep it real with you. Anytime I see red in a shopping market, my brain just goes crazy. Anytime I see 20% off, 50% off, boom. So was a reduced price on this. Guys in London will know that Co-op, I don't know how long it's going to last for this, and normally £3. I saw £2. It was red. I was like, yes, HH is going to get that. And yeah, the best, I don't care when anyone says the best chocolate is Bounty. Good. Best chocolate ever. Ever. Bounty. Whichever genius realized that coconut went with chocolate is a flipping genius. Is an absolute genius, man. Yeah, bro. Look, Erhan. Yep. I don't know how long it's going to last more, but at the moment, Co-op are doing £2. It's down. It's normally £3.29, but I think right now they're doing it for £2 now for celebration. So yeah, man, get onto your Co-op real quick, man. It's just good as in the Brick Academy. Well, so Women's Club Forever. Thank you very much for your super chat, dear sir. Who would you rate better, Zidane or Maradona? Woo! Why are you gonna do this to me, man? Why are you gonna do this to me? I might drop that as a horseman football battle, actually. It's tough. Who would I rate better? Maradona, and because of his psychology, Zidane was amazing, superb, amazing player. If I'm in a final, do or die, I would be more motivated with a Maradona on my team than a Zidane on my team, because for me, I would be ready to put everything on the line for Maradona, everything on the line. So for me, I just Maradona. Look, I just didn't see enough of Pele. I didn't see enough of Pele. Like, I remember there was a story one time, 94 World Cups. This is when I was living in Nigeria. So this was my first World Cup. So I was fully excited, 94 World Cup. And this was before we played against Argentina. And everybody in Nigeria, like the papers were saying that all of the Nigerians were terrified. I was like, because I was young, I was like, wait, why are they terrified? I said, bro, man, they're going to go up against Maradona. I was like, wait, who's this Maradona guy? So guys said, no, this is Maradona. And apparently the rumor was that all of the Nigerian players were actually scared to even tackle him or even go near him because they revered him so much. So already there was just this aura, magical aura about this dude, about what he could do. So I was like, yeah. So Maradona just has that kind of otherworldly elements to him, man. So, I don't know what I just found this drink. I don't know how many of you guys do it, whether you have it in America. Purdy's Vitalization drink, really good, man. Really good. So yeah, that's what I'm having, man. Oh, that's real good, man. It's real good. What the heck? Pornhub Premium is free. Oh wow. Okay. All right. How old are you? I turn 12 next month. I turn 12 next month. How to be a mod? Well, to be a mod, you have to be, first of all, a regular. You have to regularly appear, because I'm actually going to remove it a few mods. You have to regularly appear on the live show. That's why Josh Ping, Harry Truman, I'm going to have to remove your mod status. So regularly appear, responsible, active, and that's meant. So regularly appear on all the live streams, come across as a responsible person, and also a very actively interact with others as well, man. Maradona played against bricklayers. Well, last I checked, the Serie A was probably the highest rated league back in the late 80s. And some of the best players were originating back in the series. This is the days of what's flipping Platini, Baresi, and so forth, man. So don't really know about that, bro. Paolo Rossi. Wait, do people hate Bouncy? I didn't know that people hated Bouncy, man. Like, and see, people either love or hate Marmite. You see, it's that there are times where I love Marmite and there are times where I hate Marmite. For me, Marmite, it depends how it's used. It depends how it's used. So times when Marmite actually does work, and other times are like, nah. Get that Marmite the heck out of here, man. What do you think about Barca's transfer strategy for the last 6 years? The board made really weird transfers for big money. You may call it big transfers, or it's a case of like they just got it wrong. Again, Coutinho. I remember the videos can show when they made the whole thing for Coutinho, I was like, is Coutinho Barca quality? Right? Like, did he do enough to warrant a move to Barcelona? I don't think that he did. Because I never rated him that highly. Like, everyone knew that Neymar was the next big talent from what he was doing in Santos and what he did at the World Cup. So, and this is Barcelona. The best players play for Barcelona. And I put out a tweet that no matter the kinds of issues that Barca or Real Madrid go through, they will always be viewed as the best because they try to the best. You can't you cannot go down as one of the greats if you've never played for Barcelona or Real Madrid. You know, that takes nothing away from Bayern, Liverpool, Juventus, Chelsea, PSG, and so forth. But that's just the reality. When you look at all of the great players, Maradona, Romario, Ronaldinho, Zidane, Messi, Cristiano, they've all played Rivaldo, Neymar. They've all played for either Real Madrid and or Barcelona. That is why Mbappe knows I know I have to head to Real Madrid. I have to go. I just have to go. Because you can't really go down as a true. Of course, you're going to go down as a great, like Maldini is a great, Totti is a great, but as a true acceptance great, you have to succeed at either Barcelona or Real Madrid. I think if you finish your career and you didn't succeed at Barcelona or Real Madrid, there's a question mark in your career. There's a question mark in your career, man. There's a question mark in your career. No, I was again, no. Actually, Lam is my guy. Lam is one of my best defenders. But all I say is that there is still a question mark in your career if you've never really played for either Barca or Real Madrid. And again, Pirlo is probably my favorite midfielder of all time. Riquelme is one of my favorite players of all time. Riquelme is one of my most inspirational players of all time. But still, you have something in your resume must say, "Hey, look, man, don't induct me, man. All right, don't induct a boy." Something that say you have to roll there. You have to roll there, man. Oh yeah, it's true. Lineker actually even played there, man. Yeah. Lineker played for Barcelona. Didn't he? Aurier is going to pocket Timo Werner. I wouldn't put my money on that happening. That's just me. That's just me being real. I wouldn't put my money on Serge Aurier pocketing flipping Timo Werner. I'm sorry. Nah. I don't think that's gonna happen. But guys, look, man, big news, man. I'm so happy that Neymar is fit for Tuesday. And I need to keep saying this. Neymar, please, oh please, stay fit for the whole Champions League. Just give me just one Champions League campaign when your ass is fit for the entirety of the season. That's all I'm asking for. That is all I'm asking for. Nothing more. Just one entire season where you are fit for the entire. That's all I'm asking for. Nothing more. Nothing more. That's it. You know. It's just say, did Pele play for Barcelona or Madrid? You see, guys, look. The thing about Pele is this, man. It's like, look, we have to have more footage of like what I always give Pele is to be a 17-year-old and do what he did at the World Cup is huge. I don't care whether it was back in the 50s or you were playing against US 17 years old and you said what's up in the World Cup. Okay. At 17 to say what's up in a World Cup, that is huge. That is huge. You know what? You say Twix is still. Thing about Twix is this. When I was young, I used to love Twix. I think for me it went Twix, Mars. I was never a Snickers fan. Or Land. They were too heavy. So for me it went Twix, Mars, then Bouncy. And for me, it's been Bouncy all the way through. Like, I don't really eat that much chocolates right now. I used to eat it when I was younger, but that was my transition was Twix. Twix for a huge period. Because for me, I was like, oh, no, Mars. I'm not going to roll with Twix. So it's Twix all the way through. Mars and Bouncy. But the GOAT, do you know what the GOAT chocolate is? White Toblerone. That's the goal. Like not ice cold in the fridge where it's nice and solid. Ice cold white Toblerone. That is the good chocolate, man. That is a good chocolate, man. Nothing, nothing touches that, man. Um. Oh, yeah, got a salmon and veggie Caesar salad with an Indian pale ale. Oh, liver free. I read it as Jesus is overrated. Stop it. I was like, so dying on the cross and being crucified to save us from our sins is overrated. I mean, if dying on the cross and being crucified is overrated, bro, I'm all out. you know, then then I think I've got everything wrong because I think like that's basically that's like chief or gas status. To be to because I don't know whether I would happily be crucified to save the sins of humanity. Like something like that's real. Um, so it's as your taste buds mature, you begin to like more mild chocolates like bounce. But I think you have a point. I think you have a point because when you're young, all you want is just chocolate. And you know what I remember? When I was young, I hated Bounty. I was like, what was like coconut? What the heck is this? I remember I used to really hate Bounty. So whenever you had like a bunch of stuff, I just never had the whole Bounty. I thought the notion of thingy of coconut and chocolate was stupid. So I was all about Twix Mars. Like because my teeth are quite sensitive, I find it hard to chew on lions and Snickers. But I was all about Twix and things. But I think as I've grown older now and everything, I'm like, Twix, for me, Twix and Mars is now tastes boring. It has a boring taste. And Bounty is just a lot more interesting because that's cool, coconut and chocolate. Okay, this so it just seems a lot more fun. Um Drogba is not a great. Hey, easy, relax, bro. Come on, relax, bro. Relax. I don't drink beer. Then so I'm more so whenever I go to a bar, gin and tonic. So either gin and tonic or vodka and coke, JD and coke. So I either do a double vodka and coke, double JD and coke, or gin and tonic. But my main drink of choice is gin and tonic, and that was due to my Spanish teacher. Shout out to Miss Broncano, because my Spanish teacher always used to drink gin and tonic. So I was like, wait, why does my teacher always drink gin and tonic? So I was like, okay, let me just drink gin and tonic. So yeah, gin and tonic is my drink of choice. Higuain over Jesus. I'll be comps. I'm going to call you out. Because I'm going to call you out. If Higuain flops in this Champions League, I want you to come back to these lives. Please, I'm begging you. I'm putting this out there. If you're a true man, if Higuain flops in these Champions League competition, I want you to come to these live things. I want to explain it because you've preached about this. You've pretty much said that this guy is guaranteed to ball. You pretty much said that this guy is guaranteed to ball. So if he flops, I want you to talk it. And I comes. If Higuain balls and he leads Juve to a CL, I will give you a 2 hour. You know what I'll do? If Higuain balls and leads him to a whole CL, I'll actually let you host the flipping live show. I'll let you host the flipping live show. So God sells the Twix, guys. Mm. No. Yeah, so no, I think no, I know he was talking about Gabriel Jesus. I thought he was talking about Jesus Christ of Nazareth. So yeah, because I was say like I mean he's like the main dude, isn't it? So, and Jesus had olive skin with curly hair. So don't listen to those things that are drawn on thingies. Oh, okay. Super chats here from Fras77. Thank you very, very, very much for the super chats. I was very, very much obliged. Beckenbauer, Pele, Platini, Baggio, Muller, Garincha, Maldini, Best. All top 30. All-time footballers never played for in Spain. Okay, let me explain this better. Now, I all agree. Beckenbauer is a horseman. Pele is a horseman. And George Best is a superb. George Best might actually be one of the best dribblers ever. I go and watch some highlights of George Best. George Best might be one of the best dribblers you've never known about. My thing here is this. There is something about Real Madrid and Barcelona. They have a certain history. Because again, as I was doing the articles, Champions League Pro profiles, do you know that Barcelona is the richest club in the world in terms of revenue? Remember, you have to know about cost and everything, but just in terms of just pure revenue, the money they bring in, they're the richest club in the world. I think it's like 800 million euros a year. There is something that just separates Barcelona and Real Madrid from the rest. And there is a specific kind of special pressure that they have. I'm not saying that they're better because Liverpool is a great club. Bayern Munich is a great club. All these clubs are great, but there is just something about, as a player, specifically when you're coming from South America have produced the best players in the world. So when you're coming from South America, in your heart of hearts, you've got to make it in Barcelona or Real Madrid. Similar to like an actor. Of course, an actor can thrive on the theater stage in England or so forth, but most actors know that's not. If you've really made it, you've got to succeed it in America. You've got to succeed it in Hollywood. You can still succeed not doing in Hollywood. That's why for Bong Joon-ho, it's meant so much for him to win that Oscar because, like, yeah, I've been a huge success in South Korea, a huge success internationally, and people already know me based on my films like Snowpiercer, Okja, and everything. But I grew up watching Hollywood films. This was always the zenith for me. I think for many people, globally, Barcelona and Real Madrid are those things because, again, the greatest players we've seen, the best players who we consider the best, whether it's Messi, whether it's Cristiano, whether it's Ronaldo, whether it's Zidane, whether it's Maradona, whether it's Rivaldo, whether it's Dino, people who we consider, no, these guys are probably the best we've ever seen, have done their bits for Barcelona or Real Madrid. Zidane. So if you look at it, so the only horsemen who've not played for either Barcelona or Real Madrid are Pele and Beckenbauer. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, it's not that these. Of course, everyone's a great. So it's not as if you're not a great if you don't play for them, but there's just something. There's just something about those boys, man. And there's just something about those boys, man. Something about those boys. And again, that's the whole thing with Real Madrid as well. It's like, look, they've won the most Champions Leagues. So they are truly the kings of Europe, They are truly the kings of Europe, and it's going to be a while before people, what's that, 13? That's a lot of European trophies, bro. That's a lot of European trophies, man. HH, why do you still think that Maradona is better than Messi? His mentality. And I think that Maradona has a greater winning psychology than Messi does. People may argue that overall Messi may be more talented in terms of what people say this last because if you really think about it, people say, okay, no, Messi's playmaking, his passing, his shooting. Look at some of the stuff that Maradona did for Napoli on horrible pitches, muddy pitches. That's where uneven, and you had to commit homicide to get a yellow card. So you guys would kick him, smack him, move him over. So Maradona had to be tough. So remember, players were not protected at all back then. They were not protected at all back then. So because for me, I think talent-wise, Maradona and Messi are like this. But what gives Maradona that extra edge is his winning mentality and his psychology. As I always said, like if I'm in a final, I don't trust Messi in a final. I don't trust Messi in a final. In a major final, has Messi ever scored the winning goal or made it the key winning play? Let's look at 2009. Who scored the goal that really changed the concept of the game? It was Eto. 2013. No, what was it? 2011. It was Messi and David Villa that scored both of those goals. So Messi did score the winning goal. It was Messi and then David Villa. They both scored. 2015, Messi didn't score. It was Rakitic, Neymar, then the Cannibal. And that's the key thing there. Whereas I look, Zidane scored the winning goal, and that's for Real Madrid. So he scored the winning goal for Real Madrid in the O2 final. Maradona, his amazing pass was it to Valdano, was what led to them winning that '86 World Cup. So I'm always going to take Maradona, man. Maradona, like I think Maradona might be the greatest, man. Wait, did you just listen to what I said? Messi made it 2-1. David Villa made it 3-1. Now, if the score was 2-1, Messi scored the winning goal, but Messi didn't score the winning goal. Okay? He didn't score the winning goal. There wasn't a winning goal because it was 3-1. If it was 2-1, then he'd score the winning goal. Well, logic. Come on, guys, man. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's have it. Liverpool and United are bigger clubs than Milan. In terms of what? Now, in terms of branding, in terms of a brand, United are bigger than both Liverpool and Milan. In terms of footballing heritage, I think Milan might be bigger than both. So how many European trophies do Liverpool have and how many do Milan have? Because Milan and Liverpool have more European trophies than United. So United are not even in this conversation. So how many European trophies do Milan have? How many do Liverpool have? How many do they have? But I think I've just opened up a little bit of a warfare now between clubs now. Oh, sorry, did I miss a super chat? Sorry. Let me scroll back up, man. Hopefully I can find your super chat. Oh, hopefully I've not missed your super chat. Did I miss it? Oh, damn it. Yo, what is it called? What was your super chat, bro? I think I might have missed your super chat, bro. Oh, okay. So Liverpool have 6, Milan have 7. So pretty equal, but 7 beats 6. 7 beats 6, So yeah, whimsical forever. What was your super chat? Hit me up with that super chat again, because I think I've gone past it, man. Yeah, well, I said it. Liverpool have a great chance to equal their record. I mean, for me, my pick for the CL is Liverpool's, but we just have to wait and see. But in terms of football, United are not in the equation. Milan have 7, Liverpool have 6. Because for me, what makes you a big club are those your CLs. Your European trophies. That's a language that I talk. That's my language. Premier Leagues and everything. That's all cool. That is good. Like, the league trophies are important. Let's keep it real. League trophies are important. Cup trophies are cool. League trophies are important. But what really crystallizes the whole thing for you? Those CLs, man. That's why Milan can always. That's the only thing that Milan can use to pretty much prod Juventus, is that you may have all these Serie A trophies. We've got more European trophies than you, man. And that is always a bigger thing, man. So Liverpool could equal Milan's haul this season, but both guys are a long way away from 13. Chelsea are a damn long way from 13. How many European trophies do Barca have? I think is it 5? It might be 5. Because I think it might be 5 that they have. Because they won it in 92. Then obviously they won it in 06. They won it in 09, 20. Yeah, I think they'll go 5. I think they have 5. No. Okay, look. This is my argument here. Chelsea have won the Champions League, the Europa League, and the Cup Winners' Cup, and I think the UEFA Cup as well. I think let me throw that in there. How many teams have won the Champions League, Europa League, and the Cup Winners' Cup? So Chelsea's success is all the way through. So if you look at Chelsea's trophy cabinet, we have a trophy in every competition. Every competition Chelsea have. Can Real Madrid say the same? Can Liverpool say the same? Have you won a Europa League? Have you won a Cup Winners' Cup? So I'm saying, kiss the ring. Kiss the West London ring, man. Kiss that West London ring. Kiss that West London ring, man. Kiss that West London ring. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying, man. See, Man United are always a strong brand, but as I said in my video, if they keep on breaking it up and flopping, that brand is going to be looking real bad. Okay, that brand is going to be looking real bad. So they have to definitely stop flopping. But United's brand, in terms of the marketability and what they've built, will always be like a global thing. But what my whole thing is that I'm not a businessman. This isn't a business channel. I'm a football guy. So I don't give a damn about how famous your brand is. That means nothing to me. My thing is that, how many trophies have you won? Do you win any football matches? Are you competing for your league title? Are you competing in the Champions League? So if you're not competing for your league title, you're not competing in the Champions League, you're irrelevant to me. So when people say like, oh no, it's Manchester United, they're one of the biggest clubs in the world. Wait, biggest clubs in the world in terms of what? If it's in terms of branding, cool. That's good for you if you're a businessman. I'm not a businessman. I don't care about branding. I care about what relevance are you in terms of what you do on the pitch. I report on the front lines of the football pitch. That's green and white shebang. So if you're not saying what's up with them, then like, bro, I don't give a damn. I flip it, don't give a damn. What is your opinion? What is your opinion of Lewis Hamilton as an athlete in a sport where he's the only black driver to compete in history? Oh, well, he's mixed race. I said he's mixed race. He's mixed race, but if you're mixed race, you're viewed as black. Well, no, I think it's great. It's similar to the whole Williams sisters. I think that it's very much, I think he's one that's on his sleeve, that he's the solitary black driver that's out there. Remember, like, and his dad really was his coach that pretty much introduced him to the whole thing. And I think that look, it's because he just adds a bit of swag to it. Let's just be real. Before he arrived, I mean, Schumacher was cool. Schumacher definitely had a bit of swag to him, but I think Lewis Hamilton has definitely added a bit more swag, and also the way that he drives, you know, is very risque. It's very much out there. It's very edgy, and I just think that just him as a personality, and as a figure within the sport, I just think is important, and I think it's important to really um, pay heed to that with regards to what he's doing. So, and like every time I watch F1, I want to see him win. I just want to see him win because I like his style. I like what he looks like. I like how he is unapologetically black and everything. So I always want him to win. I always want him to win. And yeah, and I think it is great. His rivalry with Vettel, I think, is great for the sport and is what is needed, man. So HH, please tell me you think Chelsea are comparable to Liverpool and United. I'll say this. Where would you rather want to live? West London, Liverpool, Merseyside, or Manchester? Keep in mind, West London has a Knightsbridge and Hyde Park. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Where would you rather want to live? West London, Merseyside, or Boychester? West London. So that's it. Okay, let's keep it like guys. I know, understand. Liverpool United, I respect your trophies and everything. You've done amazing, but guys, Chelsea wear blue, and they're just sexy, man. Come on, man. But see, everybody actually secretly supports Chelsea, even if you support Liverpool United. In the back of your mind, you actually really have a soft spot for Chelsea. Everybody has a soft spot for Chelsea. Like, Chelsea is everyone's club. That's why everybody will be tuning in for Feb to 25. Everybody wants Chelsea to win the CL. 100%. I've checked. Everyone wants them to win the CL. So it's cool. I understand. It's cool. It's all right. You don't have to say it in public, but it's cool. Your boy Dungo Kamal. Thank you very much for your super chat. Has Man City given Guardiola the perfect excuse to leave the Premier League without answering to Klopp and Liverpool? I wouldn't call it an excuse, but it's a perfect cover-up. Where for me, one of Pep's biggest critics, what can I say? If he was to leave, as much as I will want to be like, oh my gosh, you little prick, why can't you like flip him and go up against Klopp? Why can't you do a rivalry? You're running away. We want to see your response to see how Klopp beat you down this season. If he was to leave, how do I beef with him? How do I beef with him? Because you to be denied Champions League participation is harsh on you because you want to win the Champions League. It will be hard for you to stop players from leaving. It's another thing. Players will want to leave. It will mess with the whole dressing room psychology if you can't hold the people together. And the key thing was what someone brought up, it makes it harder for acquisition. So I don't even... So maybe you can say maybe it is like it's the perfect excuse. It's the perfect excuse because the keyword perfect. Because it's an excuse that you can't say anything to. You're like, oh, damn, yeah, oh, but, oh. So, which is why it's annoying because in an ideal world, you're like, okay, Pep, Klopp got that ass. Klopp got that ass this season. How do you respond? How do you motivate your guys to respond come for next season, Do you think the Lakers got a chance for the title this season or are Clippers too strong? Bro, I think, look, it's going to be a great postseason. My only wish were that the Lakers and Clippers were on either coast because I think Lakers Clippers would be an iconic NBA Finals. So that's not going to happen. And I think actually, let's see where are they right now? NBA standings. So right now, So right now, Lakers are top, Nuggets are second. So what we want as fans are for the Clippers to get that second spot. Because if it is as is, Lakers would face the Clippers in the Western Conference semis if they win their first round game. But we want Clippers in second, so it's the Lakers against Clippers for the Western Conference Finals. Because I think what is probably likely is Lakers versus the Bucks. I think that's going to happen because I just feel that. See, before Kobe died, I would have said it'd be Clippers against the Bucks. But based on the whole Kobe thing, those guys are going to be super motivated. And remember, in basketball, one player can make much more of a difference than in football. It's much harder for one player to make a difference in football than it is in basketball. So if LeBron just turns it on and just is laser focused along with Anthony Davis, and they're fully motivated for like, we want to do this for Kobe, I think that will drive them all the way through. And for me, I'm taking, as much as I would want my guy Giannis Antetokounmpo to win it, rep Niger. I just think that Lakers with the whole Kobe thing. If Lakers get to the final, they're not losing a final. There's no way they're losing a final. Like with the whole Kobe thing hanging over, they're not losing a final. If Lakers gets that final, they're beating the Bucks. With the Kobe thing hanging over, they're beating the Bucks 100%, 100%. Oh yeah, Westbrook is the most entertaining player to watch. Like, I mean, he reminds me of the good old days of what's it called? Because Iverson is my favorite player. He's my favorite player. And yeah, the All Star weekend is this weekend, isn't it? All Star weekend is this weekend, man. Wow, guys are not talking about the weather, man. Damn. Average house in Manchester is 200k. In London, it's 600k. Yeah, London is super expensive. Don't think that's going to be an issue for if you're a professional football player, bro. I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. All right, let's see what you guys are saying, man. Let's see. What do you guys think of the new Batman suit? That's what do you think of the new Batman suit? Top 5 managers, coaches in history. In history, you've got to look at Lippi. You've got to look at I'm going to say Lippi. I'm going to say Yopankas. Remember, this is in history. Fergie. Beckenbauer. And maybe in my throwing that dude Bob Paisley in there, maybe, because I want to look at guys who've retired. I think we have to wait until Pep, Mourinho, and Klopp retires before we put them in history. Because whenever I say history, I'm looking at an entire career. But I think when all is said and done, we're gonna have to put Klopp, Pep, Mourinho in there, not Pochettino. Not Pochettino, sorry. Pochettino ends getting in there, man. Okay, so if Higainen balls in the UCL, you take the shades off for a full stream. You know what? I am tempted for if Higainen scores the winning goal in the Champions League final, I am tempted to remove my sunshades for a full stream. I'm tempted. But I need to think of that. Because I'm so sure that he won that. If Higainen, that's the thing, he scores, not but who cares about him balling? If he scores the winning goal in a CL final, I'm tempted to do a full thing without this whole thing. Shekri, thank you very much for your super chats, dear Soma. Thank you very much. 5 favorite Maradona performances for Napoli. Oh wow, man! I mean, I'll have to fully check them. I mean, the one where he scored from the corner was crazy. I think there was the Juve game. The 2 Juve games. No, there's one Juve game where he gets the ball from the halfway line and literally And they actually have it in slow motion where he just gets past one player, another player, another player, another player, and just the kind of way he shows is amazing. And so I think the Juve games and the AC Milan game, I can't remember the one where he scores from the corner kick one. But I think the Milan games and the Juve games, which were very key, I think those are key games because those were really the titans was AC Milan and Juventus, and how he balled in those games, scoring free kicks, playing superb, and just being influential was very much key. I don't know. Maradona was different, man. Maradona was different. Arsenal or Chelsea? Who's bigger? HH in terms of what? In terms of fan base, Arsenal. In terms of footballing heritage and sexiness and SARS, Chelsea. Chelsea are in West London, man. You know, West London is trendier than North London. Okay, wow. I'm not answering that. Okay. Alpha male. So from Rodney Shalangman, do you rate Bielsa or is he a sister merchant, man? I wouldn't say it's a sister merchant because look, the thing with Bielsa is this. Yes, Sampoli won those two. Yeah, that same Sampoli. Yes, he won. Yes, he won those two Copa Americas with Chile in 2014 and 2015. But the foundation of that win was built off the work that Bielsa did with that team. So I think his influence is strong. And I think in terms, and there's so many managers around in the world that say, like, you know, his very intense way of playing with regards to pressing and moving the ball around and everything, and the intensity with which he wants his guys to play with is something that many people have taken upon. So I don't think he's a philosophy merchant per se, but he does have a rooted philosophy, but I don't think he is as dogged as others. He's a bit dogged, so I do rate him. I do rate him because I think he is very influential. With the work he's done, he's actually a very influential coach. All right, let's see. There's like an argument going on here, man. Arsenal is the bigger team. How are Arsenal the bigger team, man? How do Argentina literally have two of the greatest players who have kicked a ball? It's just how it rolls. It just how it rolls. Because yeah, they are a pretty small country. But remember, guys, really, Argentina is really Italy. You know, they're really guys who came over from Italy and pretty much just murdered and killed all the indigenous Argentines. You know, that's maybe a story for a later day. But yeah, look, man, I mean, like, look at Uruguay, man. Uruguay are tiny, and they've won what? They went to win 2 World Cups. So yeah, man, it's just high rolls. Like, you know, maybe there's just something within there that, like, because yeah, they have, I mean, in Maradona and Messi, these are two of the finest players that ever produced. But you look at Brazil. Yeah, Brazil is pretty big. But how is it that that region of the world have been able to, so that region in the world have been able to consistently always produce some of the best players that we've ever seen? You know, Pele, Garrincha, Dino, Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Neymar. You know, it's just how the genetics work, man. So that's what we say on it's like, um, oh, did I miss a super chat? Oh, there we go. Here's so we're to go forever. Thank you very much for your super chat, dear sir. Who is a more natural footballer, Messi or Pirlo? Nash, who is a more natural footballer? Um, that's it. I think it's a hard one to say. That's a hard one to say. I think they're both as natural as each other, but in a different sense of the word. Because I think both of them could very easily just pick up a ball and just dribble your face off, and they have a very natural, innate footballing ability. Because Pirlo is can dribble. Pirlo can dribble if he wants to. So Pirlo has got skills, man. Um, but it's even hard to compare them because the way they play is completely different. First of all, they play in different positions, but even just the style in which they play is different. They play in a very different style. But I think within the style that they both play, they're both very naturalistic in how they play. But one thing I will say with Messi, though, is that Messi is very left footed. He's very, very left footed. And I think, Pirlo has a more 360 idea to how he plays. But yeah, look, they're both as natural as one another, Um, and Pirlo over Xavi. I don't care anyone says. Pirlo was the best midfielder of his generation. And Marco, please prove to these haters that you're that dude, man. Prove to these haters that you're that dude. All right. Just make sure that I've not missed any other. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh, I think it was Messi comes and dribble like Messi. Move on, mates. Okay, I don't know what you meant about. I think he meant about thingy. How is that an easy whole thing, my guys? Pirlo is amazing. I'm sorry, I don't. Pirlo is amazing. Okay, but his question was he didn't say who is the better player. He said who is a more natural player. And I'm like, based on the whole different positions, they're both as naturalistic as one another. Like, it's hard to even compare them both because they play different positions. Guys, I'm sorry, guys. You realize that Pirlo can change an entire game all on his own. You do realize that he can take over an entire game all on his own. That's what this boy Pirlo can do. He can literally control the entire context of a game all on his own. Let's keep it real. Pirlo balled for Italy. Pirlo balled for the. Has Lionel Messi ever produced a clutch through ball in second half extra time in a World Cup semi? Second nothing away from Messi. Superb. The most clutch through ball of all time. I'll say it again. The most clutch through ball of all time. Guys, there's YouTube. There's YouTube, yes. That's what YouTube is for. That through ball that Drea. Forget Andrea. I don't know. The pureless Drea. The ball that Drea played for Grosso in Germany's house. World Cup semi. Second. For me, bro, that's the best through ball of all time based on the actual through ball and what was at stake. So, guys, don't disrespect Drea. Don't disrespect Drea, man. Don't disrespect Drea, man. Don't disrespect Drea. Has Messi ever bottled a 3-goal lead in a CL final? He has bottled a 3-goal lead, though. Just say, not in a final. See, so yeah, George, I like how you put that CL final. Cool. He has bottled a 3-goal lead. If you want to use that account, guys, Of course, Messi is the greater and overall better player than Pirlo. All I'm saying is don't disrespect Pirlo. Don't disrespect Drea. No, Sergio, man, I'm sorry. What Pirlo did was he did it in World Cup semi. He did it in World Cup semi. Go. He did it in a World Cup semi, man. He did it in World Cup semi, man. Come on, he did it in World Cup semi. Um, so are we still saying Liverpool 37-1? Okay, or can Norwich say what's up? I would, guys, I would laugh though. If Norwich did beat Liverpool, I would find out amusing. Is that match tomorrow? Liverpool. Let's see. Is that match tomorrow? Yes, the match is tomorrow at 5:30. The match is tomorrow at 5:30. And that is before they play their big game against Atletico Madrid. So can Norwich say what's up? Strongly doubt it. Strongly doubt it. Best defender of all time, Bart Simpson, aka Lamb. I know some guys won't like it, but yeah, that's my best. That's Bart Simpson Lamb. Bro, induct yourself for Rui Costa over Pirlo. You are a moron. You are a complete and total flipping moron. If that happens, say I would laugh my face off if Norwich won. I know they won't win, but how funny would it be if Norwich actually stopped the thing? Because if Norwich beats Liverpool, do you know who's going to have the biggest smile on his face? Wenger. Wenger's reputation is on the line. Because trust me, all Wenger's holding on to is that Invincibles, man. So all the remaining teams right now who still have to play Liverpool, you have the chance to keep Wenger relevant. Because if any team can beat Liverpool, Wenger's back in the game. Wenger's back in the game, man, because that is one stat that you can't take away from Wenger. We were invincible. So until Liverpool go invincible, Wenger can still say what's up. Wenger can still say what's up, man. Yeah, look, man, I don't have much hope for Atletico. Let me bring this up into this live chat, man. Since this is a friend, let me bring something into this live chat. Should we really be comparing Salah to Neymar? Or Salah to Messi? Because I think that is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. Of even beginning to compare Salah to either Messi or Neymar. Because some of the dudes that were doing it on Twitter, I was about to say, like, bro, are you sick in the head? Salah is amazing. He's superb. One of the best goal scorers out there. Neymar and Messi are on a different level. Different level. I don't care whether he plays in Uber Eats. I get it. He plays in Uber Eats. He's still Neymar. Neymar fully fits. If fully fits Neymar is the only player who can say what's up to Messi. A fully fit Neymar is the only guy that can say Messi. A fully fit Salah is not looking, is not touching a fully fit Neymar. He's not touching a fully fit Neymar. Anybody that says that, you don't know football, man. I'm sorry, you just don't know football. Okay, a fully fit Neymar is the only player close to Messi. That's a fact. And which is the big frustration that Neymar, you screwed up. You were supposed to be Neymar is supposed to be the next guy. He was supposed to be the next guy. He was supposed to be the guy that you were supposed to take over from Messi. You're supposed to be the best player in the world. You're supposed to be the best player in the world. Okay, you're supposed to be that guy. Okay. You were supposed to be that flipping guy. Yeah, no, I don't know. You look, yeah, no, Twitter, I know. Like, see, I try and time my self with Twitter, because what I find about Twitter now is that it's full of club merchants who just view their club in this kind of very, very biased prism. So I'm like, okay, look, have at it. Have at it, man. Thank you. Is Fergie just a passion merchant, or did he have tactics? Bro, Fergie was the complete opposite of a passion merchant, man. Um, if you look at all of his teams, the guy was the best at just building and was at destroying, rebuilding, destroying, rebuilding, destroying, rebuilding, rebuild, destroy, rebuild, destroy, rebuild to destroy. Like his counter-attacking plan that he had with Cristiano and Rooney was very different from his two striker tactic that he had with Andy Cole and Dwight York. That was different from the one striker model that he had with Van Nistelrooy and Van Persie. So he always had a certain tactic that utilized the players that he had at his disposal, man. So, and it was all pretty much based on counter attacking for football, moving the ball around economically, but with tweaks based on the kinds of play that he had. Have you seen the people who think Rashford is on Mbappe's level? Crazy people, crazy people. Rashford will never be on Mbappe's level. It's never happened. Rashford is a very good player, has great potential. Rashford will never, in his entire career, be anywhere close to Mbappe's level. Never, ever, ever, ever. It's never happened. Rashford is just never being allowed in the same room as the prodigy. That's why it's called the prodigy. Okay. What business does a guy called Marcus Rashford have anywhere near a guy called he's called the prodigy? Come on, bro. Come on. Um, so someone in my school told me that Kane is as good as Lewandowski. Next time you see that person, tell him that from me, tell him that HH Halfhope says that he's a stupid moron. Just tell him that from tell him that HH thinks that he's a stupid moron, man. But that's the weird thing I get about fans, man. You know, you can be a fan of a club, but surely your footballing sense should override your club sense. And what I find scary is people put their club above footballing objectivity, which I find crazy. You know, like for me, like Eden Hazard, whether he plays for Chelsea, Belgium, Real Madrid, when he's fully fit, he's one of the best players in the world. He just is. You know, he just is. So that's not just Chelsea. He just is. Um, Willian can play like complete and utter trash. Man's just ain't it. Tammy Abraham is a damn good striker, but I'm not going to put him as one of the best strikers in the world. So you have to sort of pull back and be like, okay, let's just be real here. Let's just be fully real here, because I hate the tribalism when it comes to talking about football. That's why I can't converse with club merchants. What is far better is getting to a footballing truth. Getting to a full footballing truth. So why for Neymar, bro, man, you got to do it this year. Time is running out. Time is running out. All right, what else are you guys saying, man? It's our favorite social for United group stage. All right. See the super chat. Thank you much for your super chat, dear sir, Mr. Footy Wizard, man. So Footy Wizard says, imagine City winning the Champions League and not being able to defend it. You know what? Life is funny. Life is funny. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I really would. Just like when Chelsea finished like what, sixth or seventh and won the Champions League in 2012. I guess if Man City beats Real Madrid, I really believe that they're just going to do it this year. I really believe that they're just going to do it this somehow, some way. I really believe that they're going to do it this year. So like, yeah, man, it's like that would be so weird. I can imagine if they go ahead out of for all this time they finally win the Champions League. Finally. And the year they win the Champions League, they can't defend it. Guys, it just seems that if it's poetic. it's poetic. It just seems that it's written in these stars that these guys are going to end up, um, what's it called, winning the Champions League and not being able to defend it. you know, look, that for me, I find that hilarious, man. I find that hilarious. Yeah, I read about that. Pogba to Juve. So apparently, I was reading that Pogba really wants to return back to Juventus. Like I always thought, Juve should have very aggressively pursued Pogba. They should have very aggressively um, pursued Pogba in the summer. They should have done that, and I don't know why they didn't really aggressively pursue him, man. And I've always said that Pogba to Juve would be good. Yeah, he obviously works well with Allegri, but Allegri's not there. Juve do need like a Pogba in there, and I think Pogba and Cristiano, I think, would be a great partnership. You know, I think that would be like a really, really fruitful partnership. Like Pogba and Thing would be a really fruitful partnership, man. So yeah, man. All right, so maybe I'll just do a few more before we get out of here, man. Wait, why can't you be afford it, man? Um, yeah, guys, look, like my pick is still Liverpool to win it, but I wouldn't be surprised if City get it done, man. I wouldn't be surprised if City get it done, man. I would not be surprised. Um, uh, yeah, look, man. Yeah, look. We already talked about City. I mean, City, Madrid, man. I mean, I'm still picking City. I don't know why. I'm still picking Man City. I'm still picking Man City, but that's why it's going to be such a great game to watch because Real Madrid are in such good form. Real Madrid are in such good form and they're looking real tight. But I'm still picking them. So next Saturday, guys, who are you picking? Wilder or Fury for next Saturday? Wilder or Fury? Because I think Fury may edge it. I think Fury may just edge it. I think Fury may just edge it, bro. Is Jadon Sancho a generational talent? No, but he's very good. He's very good. Like Mbappe is a generational talent. I believe if the Us was fully fit and didn't have injuries, he could potentially have been a generational talent. Sancho isn't, but Sancho is still very much one of the best young players in the world. I think you have to definitely put him in that category, man. Hoping for Fury, Wilder. Oh, I mean, it's gonna. You see, my thing is, look, Wilder knows that he's gonna knock him out. Fury cannot outbox him. Fury would be stupid to go for the knockout. He'd be real stupid to go for the knockout. I mean, me and Ford are probably going to talk more about this on the Tuesday live stream, hopefully. But Fury, yeah, definitely like has to really roll, man. I think Fury will try and go for the knockouts a lot earlier in this fight than he did in the first fight. Because in the first fight, he was like, who is this guy? He's not fought for ages. Why should I really care about the dude though? So that's the thing, man. Bro, I think people can. I think Wilder may have the hardest punch in all of boxing. I mean, I always thought it was either Tyson. No, I thought it was George Foreman. Because no, Foreman, I believe, had a harder punch than Tyson. George Foreman. Which is why I have no idea how in the hell Ali won that fight. I have no idea how the hell Ali won that fight, man. So that's the thing, man. So is Khabib really like the best UFC fighter? Because again, I'm sort of in and out of UFC and everything. I'm not really in it, but I did watch the Khabib McGregor fights, man. So is Khabib really that dude? And also, I've got to support my I think we've got two Nigerian champions in the UFC now. So because I follow both of them on, well, I follow one of them on Instagram. I follow both of them. Um, well, that's how Dembele is a generational talent in the treatments from my relax, bro, relax, bro, relax, bro. Um, are there any English players right now that are generational talents? Um, no, they're very talented players. I think Madison is really talented. Lots of Chick is really talented. I think Grealish is pretty talented. Sancho, of course, is pretty talented. Rashford is in there, but I don't think any of them are generational. No, I believe that if Joe Cole was under better supervision, better coaching, and he was allowed to express himself, Joe Cole could have been a generational talent. Joe Cole was superb. Like, for me, that could have been one of England's best ever players. And I think that's just the issue with England. Like, England didn't know what to do with him because his footballing brain didn't mesh well with how England want to play. Put it this way: if Joe Cole was Spanish or Italian, he'd be one of the best players in the world. Like, he'd be like on a top 10 list or a top 7 list. If he was Spanish, Portuguese, or thing, you see, Joe Cole's football brain fits much better in a so yeah, so his footballing brain fits more better like in a Portugal or a Spain rather than in England. Trent Trent is not a generational talent. I'm sorry. Okay. He is a really good weapon that Klopp uses very well. As a really good weapon. But Trent is a slave to the Klopp system. Trent ain't doing what he's doing for Liverpool with England. It's not like he just isn't, He's just a very good cog in that wheel that Klopp has. Trent is not a generational talent. No, I'm sorry. No, he isn't, man. He just isn't. No. uh-uh. That's us done. John Stones, wow. Yeah, man. John Stones. Oh, wow. So the thing about I never rated Rooney. I never really rated Rooney. For me, even like I remember even when they called him like the White Pele. I was like, the White Pele, really? I think about Rooney is he was talented, he was real good, and I thought he could have maybe really been something. But like when he had that impact in Euro 2004, like, oh jeez, man, this could be really England's true hero. The first time that England really had a true prodigy. But those World Cups, those Euros, so Euro after World Cup after Euro after World Cup, he just flopped. I was like, I'm sorry, these are too many international tournaments where you've come up short. Too many, way too many, bro. So I was like, okay, dude. So I mean, like, if you can prove yourself in multiple tournaments, I don't know how good you can be. So I never really put him as one of the best, man. Rooney is better than Drogba. Did Rooney ever score a last-minute clutch equalizer in a Champions League final? Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he did, man. Um, all right, let's see. Let's see. Um, but yeah, I think for me, England's best player right now, I think it's Jadon Sancho. I think Sancho is England's best player. I think Grealish is really in there. I think I think even Devo was even saying to me, but like, there's so much hype on Madison. But I do think Southgate should really give Grealish a go, because I'm always very impressed when a player can stand out in a bad team or an average team. Villa are like a bad to average team, and he is consistently bailing them out all on his own. So I think that is a big move for him to be able to stand out as an individual and pretty much carry his team. So I think Grealish is maybe one to look out for. But for me, Sancho is that dude. Sancho is England's best player for sure, 100%, man. One of the top goal scorers for England and United. Scoring against Liechtenstein, Lithuania, and Alaska FC doesn't excite me. Sorry, doesn't really excite me. Where will Osimhen end up? Bro, I have to do a video on that, man. It's going to be very important because Lille can't keep hold of him, and they know that they can't keep hold of him. And this guy, I mean, my gosh, I mean, guys, I think we may actually have a striker. We may actually have a flipping striker on our hands, So I don't know where he will end up. I would love for him to. I wouldn't mind him being at Valencia. Let's say if let's say, put it this way, if Valencia were to sell Rodrigo to Barcelona, I wouldn't mind having Osimhen in Valencia. I wouldn't mind him having in Valencia. Chelsea already have Sammy. Tottenham already have Harry Kane. He wouldn't work in the Atletico system. I wouldn't want him in the Atletico system. Dortmund already have Haaland. Bayern have Lewandowski. Barcelona have the Cannibal. So, because I want him in a team where he's going to play. I want him in a team where he's going to play. You see, United need a striker, and he'd actually slot in well. I don't want him in a sinking ship. Let United steady themselves, or basically, if United hire Pochettino, then maybe that would actually be a pretty good one, So if you had Osimhen as a striker, Rashford on one side, Marshall on another side, boom, let's ride, man. Let's ride, Oh, wow. Oh, Chokeze, man. Yeah, see, Chokeze, because I had Liverpool want to get Chokeze. That's what I had. But the reason why I don't want Chokeze to go to Liverpool is like he wants to get game time. So I want Chokeze to remain at Villarreal. But like, you see, like Chokeze would be real good at Bayern, but they already have Gnabry. I think he would work well as an inside forward, but they already have Homeboy. He could work well at Tottenham. He could work well at Tottenham. He could work well at Tottenham. But again, it's like you have to look at teams where they're guaranteed playtime. So if they're not going to be guaranteed playtime and they're going to be used as a part-time player, just stay where you're going to be giving games to. So for Villarreal, you're a guaranteed starter. You're a guaranteed starter that, would he work at Barcelona? I'm not sure. I don't think he'd work at Barcelona. Oh, that's a very good point. If Werner leaves Leipzig, yes, I would love him to go to Leipzig. Yeah, that's that's a great one. Osimhen at Leipzig would be great. Under Nagelsmann, I think that would be superb. I'm going to put it out into the ether, man. I'm going to be out into the ether. So yeah, Chukeze, stay at Villarreal. Stay at Villarreal. But do you know how crazy that is? So Nigeria only really have two, I would say, true quality players, and that's it. In Chokeze and Osimhen, I remember the days where you had Kanu, Finidi George, Amokachi, Amonike. Even at the point, Taribo Westwood was all right playing for Inter Milan. I remember we had guys playing for Barcelona, for Inter Milan, for Arsenal, when Arsenal were actually Arsenal. You know, so much I say from Rodney Selangaman. How good is Drogba really? Not even a World Cup semi-appearance. True. Ivory Coast, though. Ivory Coast, though, but fair enough. Name me a player who scored a last-minute equalizer in a Champions League final against a team playing in their own crib, where the team we were playing for were completely and totally outplayed, and then scoring the winning penalty. Because yes, Ramos scored a clutch goal. That's Real Madrid. You were pretty much always the strongest team of Atletico. People have to give him his props, man. People are taught to give Drogba his props. Armchair critic. Why do you think Cristiano's arrogant? He very much cares about his image. I mean, anybody who does this anytime he scores, and just the way that he operates, and look, of course, I know that Cristiano definitely does things to help, children's hospitals, to help the poor and everything, So he definitely does do good Samaritan things. But come on, like he is an arrogant man. Like he loves himself. And if you were to even ask him in private, he would have to admit that, yeah, I do love myself. Guys, it's been swell. It's been good. Remember to subscribe. Remember to join below to become a member for extra access to more content. And yeah, man, I will see you guys on Saturday, 10 p.m. GMT for the open hangout. Peace.